Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome to another episode of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice 100% walkthrough on New Game Plus. And of course if you're on New Game, it will still help you all the same because the content are the same. It's just harder on New Game Plus, of course. Okay, so last episode we've explored from Gangfu, got chased by a giant snake, swim for our lives, then came to a valley full of apes, possibly where the sculptor used to practice during his use as a shinobi. And then we finally reached the Bodhisattva Valley, where we're gonna be ready to tackle another boss, another main storyline boss. And this time it will be the Guardian Ape. As you can see, it's a white giant pre-made gorilla sitting right there. So a couple things to keep in mind for this fight. First of all, he will fight you in his bare hand form, during which you can run around to get him out of position, circle around him to avoid lousy attacks, and then just do damage. He is weak to firecrackers and weak to fire, like flame vent. So firecracker can daze him like a lot of other animals and bosses. So you can do that to get a few hits in. But again, as I've already mentioned, in this walkthrough, we are gonna try to be cheese-free. So we're not gonna use any of the mechanics to make the game easier. And although it does not say, but there is a second phase to the spot where he has a completely new set of moves, which is actually not that hard once you learn the patterns and timing. So a lot of people will say this boss is hard on the first walk playthrough, but again, if you have patience, you learn the moveset, learn the timing, learn when to deflect, when to jump, it's not that bad. And you might want to have your antidote over here because this ape has a chance to cause poison on you, so having antidote helps. Furthermore, you also want to have pacifying agents because on the second phase he can cause terror. But of course, if you get your timing right, you almost never get hit by that. So it's not a huge issue if you don't have. Just get good and learn your timings. But if you do find it to be a problem, pacifying agent can help. I'm not gonna use it for the time being. Okay, and without further ado, let's tackle this scary primate gorilla boss. Okay, so he's gonna okay, right off the bat. He's gonna throw trash at you that can cause poison. You use that to get a few hits in, and I'm dead already. Wow. Okay, he hit a lot harder in New Game Plus. Then have to heal up and just bait out his moves, I guess. And he does so much partial damage. That's kind of scary. It's a grab attack. Make sure you dodge that. Yeah, he does so much partial damage. God damn. That is quite a scary primate. Okay, so here you can circle him, make him do an attack, give you a moment to do some attack, and then he'll grab, dodge that. Yeah, there's a moment to do some attack. Okay, his feet can also hit you. Hold on, the music is a little too loud. It's, no, the music is already at 3. Okay, not sure what's up. Maybe just loud over here. Yeah, if you're by the head, you can do some free hits in. And then at some part, he's gonna get dazed. Do a few more free hits, and then he will run. chase him a bit. He will try to grab you. Get some hit after that. He will grab. There's a good play to do some hits. Make sure you don't get hit by that. Okay, you get dazed again. And then he will run. Yeah, run from that. Yeah, don't get grabbed. Okay, phase 1. Yeah, then you, in case you haven't seen, the ape started off with a katana stuck in his neck. So in the end, Shinobi Execution, he just kind of pulled it out. And this is like a sick joke from Sub, because most of the time you play a first playthrough, you're gonna be like, yeah, victory over this difficult gorilla boss. But nope. The dude bloody picks up his headless head and uses a sword against you. But you know, it's pretty much kind of already been hinted at. A gorilla that has a giant Nodachi stuck in his neck and not dead, it's probably undead. Okay, that is a sweep attack that you need to jump. This is a free play to do some hits. And then, okay, that is a terror screen. If you get caught in AoE, you get terror, so don't get caught. Sweep. And then he's gonna do an attack, I guess. You have to kind of deflect them. That's the only way you're gonna, okay, screen. And then come back, wait for him to do some attack. This one you're gonna deflect. That one is the only one that brings him forward enough to do 3 hits. And then he will scream again, run. Lose your posture damage, deflect him. And then deflect that. Get some free hits. You can use some combat art here if you want, and then run for your life. And then do some free hits. Nope. Okay. Deflect. Deflect. Wait, deflect. Get some free hit in. Run. You can see the second phase is actually quite easy if you just get the deflect timing right. Ah, it's a sweep. Yeah, didn't see that. Over here, chop. Whoa, okay, I didn't deflect that properly. Yeah, if you don't deflect it on time, you don't get free hits in, unfortunately. Jump. Deflect. Deflect. Just gonna scream again. Yeah, the scream has a very visible tail, so you shouldn't be able to get hit by it. Should be easy to avoid. Watch out for your posture. There's another one where you can do free hit, but that combo don't happen very often. So the first one is still the one you're gonna capitalize the most on. Jump. Okay, he actually missed. Don't know what's up, but yeah. But you can hit them all the same, whether he missed or not. Yeah, this is actually a sweep attack, so you can actually jump over it to do some free hits. That's another sweep attack. Be patient. Okay, you missed again. Don't know what's up. What's that? One. It also deals a bit of damage to you, besides terror. Okay, there you go. You encounter a caterpillar, like those weird monks, and you stab the caterpillar. Second Shinobi execution in one boss fight. Right, so this can be quite a traumatizing boss fight if it's your first playthrough. Especially, you know, if you don't know that he's gonna come back to life, you cut off the head, standing there thinking, you just beat a hard boss, feel good for yourself. Suddenly, you know, a headless ape goes up, picks up the Nodachi, picks up his own head, and then starts swinging his Nodachi at you. It's quite scary. But again, it's a very well-designed experience, I think. You know, the game should be able to make you experience the kind of experience the main character is supposed to go through, rather than, you know, nothing actually feels like it's connecting to you. And it's good to have these experiences, this emotional experience in the game. Anyway, so this boss is not that hard, as you can see. If you follow, you know, the method and be patient and get your deflect timing right, the second phase is actually really easy. First phase is actually a bit harder because I don't know, I didn't struggle on the first phase in my first playthrough, so I didn't learn all the moveset, I guess. Alright, so commune with the sculptor's idol. The Guardian Ape has defeated, though his roar can still be heard. It is said that an infected body must undying. So it's like a hint that, you know, he might not be dead. And of course, I didn't use the mortal blade to kill it just now. Reason for that is because even though we acquired it, in the game you can actually come here before going to Simple Temple. So you might not have the mortal blade while you're doing this quest. Which is why the mortal blade is not part of the story yet. Anyway, so over there is going to be a pond. You can't go into it yet, but we'll come back later for it. And then, after defeating the Guardian Ape, you should acquire another Shinobi prosthetic too. Oh right, I forgot. Damn. Yeah, just now when we killed the long arm centipede in the gun fort area, that should give you another Shinobi prosthetic item that would then enable you to upgrade to the fan. No, wait. No, not the fan. The fan you buy from the Black Hat Badger. No, you upgrade to the Divine Abduction. Well, which is like a fan. Sorry, no, the Badger gives you the umbrella. It's confusing because the umbrella actually is a fan as well. It's a fan that goes into an umbrella. Yeah, let me quickly show you why it was confusing for me. Right, so you see, this is an umbrella, but if you actually use it, it starts off as a fan. Right, it's a yeah, see, this is umbrella, but it actually, you know, it's a fan when it folds up. Anyway, but there's actually a real fan, sort of the Divine Abduction. This one you get after defeating, or you get the item to make this too after you defeat the long arm centipede in the gun fort. Right, so this one you can create wind, and like earlier we've discussed. You know, in a previous episode, we've talked about the myth of the Tengu in Japanese culture, where there are these mythical creatures, almost humanoid-like, with a big nose, mask, and then they have a fan that can, you know, blow people away. The fan has its origin in a Chinese story, Journey to the West, which talks about something called a Ba Jiao Shan, right? It's a specific fan that has a power to put out immortal flames and also blow people really, really far away. So in Japan, they believe the Tengu have these fans as well, which is what this is based on, Divine Abduction. And you know, just now when we met that little, the big Taro troop god Kotaro, who, you know, was crying, we gave him the pinwheels, and he asked you that, you know, if you can spirit him away. To do that, you need this the Divine Abduction, right? In this one, it actually says here, it's a mouse sort of being spirited away that can be returned it is a mouse sort of being spirited away that can return from quite quite quickly. However, it says that if one can only return from being spirited away once, if taken again, there's no coming back. So what this fan does in this game context is you can charge it up. If you blow again, any enemy in front of you will get turned around, will forcefully turn around and lose orientation, at which point you can backstab them. So enemies that already engaged you, already alerted of your presence, can be turned around and backstabbed upon if you use this tool. And of course, you can also use this to progress a side story with Kotaro. It's a funny Taro troop who's crying. Anyway, so after defeating this ape, on the other hand, you will get the key item that you use to upgrade the finger whistle. It is like, it is said here that okay, it actually doesn't. Okay, so the prosthetic tool itself doesn't actually talk about the origin. But let's just quickly check here. I don't know if it's still here, since I used it to upgrade into the Shinobi 2. But let me just quickly check. Gunfo key, gatehouse key, text. Monkey boots, Saki, dragon, mask, that, precious bait. Yeah, it doesn't talk about it. Anyway, so you actually discovered this dead finger, like a female dead finger, inside the Guardian Ape's stomach, which would suggest the Guardian Ape ate whoever that finger belonged to. And that finger has holes on it, as you can see. It's really weird. I don't know how that all works, but yeah, so here it says, prosthetic 2 created by fitting a slender finger to the prosthetic. The sound will grab enemies' attention and draw them to the whistle's location. By locking onto a target, only the target enemy will hear it. So you can use this to effectively draw enemies out one at a time to make the fight easier. The sound of the finger whistle enrage beasts, making them unable to distinguish between friends and foe. You can also use them to make animals like apes and dogs, whatever, attack themselves. So this should be the last Shinobi prosthetic tool you acquire, and you get it by defeating the Guardian Ape. And if you remember, what do you call it? The sculptor, talking about him training with a Shinobi in this valley, who liked to blow on her finger. So that pretty much ties out with the story. So that person, you can assume, was probably killed and ate by this Guardian Ape, which you kind of understand, right? Even a killer ass Shinobi might lose to this crazy ass ape. Or maybe that sword on his neck was plunged by that Shinobi. Don't really know, but that could be possible. Anyway, get a sculpted idol for the Guardian Ape's watering hole. So yeah, so the Guardian Ape actually doesn't live here, he's just here to drink water. Kind of a sucky day when you drink water, and then suddenly get jumped on by a Shinobi that kills your ass. Pretty suck. You walk inside the cave, you pick up Lotus of the Palace, a white lotus, flower found blooming in the depths of the sunken valley where the fountain hid water pool deeply. The flower's aroma attracts female ape, thus the Guardian Ape carefully tends to it, so as to offer it to his bride. Kind of creepy. One of the ingredients sought by the divine heir for the immortal severance. Okay, so that's the first key item you require. Well, besides Mortal Blade, this is the next key item you require to proceed with the story. With that done, we're gonna commune with this idol. Upgrade our attack by the Guardian Ape. They say that the infested body is the mark of the undying, but such a long life will surely be quite lonesome for even an ape. Perhaps the echoing roar of the Guardian Ape was in fact a solicitation of sort, or trying to get to mate. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Apes always want to mate, even humans. Okay, so after we upgrade our attack, we're gonna go back to Kuro's room to let him know on the advancement of our victory. Lady Emma probably have nothing to say.
Master Wolf, at your brow. Please.
Yeah, nothing to say.
Goodbye.
Make sure you give Guosi to her whenever you have, to give you more healing. And then I talk to the young lord.
My lord, I've procured the flower for the fountainhead aroma.
Oh? Was it truly blooming in the sunken valley?
Yes, deep within the valley.
So that is where the fountainhead waters pool deeply. You've done well to acquire this wolf. Oh, and actually, I found something. I discovered there's another scent we must acquire.
Damn,
What
another
is it?
one?
The blood of the divine heir of the dragon's heritage.
Oh, that's right in front of
In
us.
other words,
How convenient.
my blood.
Your blood, but my lord, you cannot bleed.
Yes, it is true that those of the dragon's heritage cannot bleed. However, in Lord Genichiro's quarters, I found a curious journal belonging to Lord Takeru's page, and it appears there is a way for me to bleed. For now,
Be a
I'd
chick
like to
and have
ask you
period?
to keep this for
I
me.
guess not. Okay, Page's diary. An old diary entry written by Takero's page. Lord Takero held his arm over the incense burner and attempted to cut it with a sword, but incredibly, his wound healed instantly. Another drop of blood was shed. Lady Tomoe said, "Without it, your blood cannot be spilled." What could she be referring to, I wonder? Yeah, it's actually pretty dumb, because at this point you've already... I guess maybe not, yeah. If you go to Sunken Valley first and acquire the flower, which triggers this dialogue, you might not yet acquire Mortal Blade, so this does make sense in that sense.
Now then, we just need to figure out how to make me bleed.
Perhaps we should ask Lady Emma.
As a doctor, she should have much knowledge of the human body. Yes, she may be able to help us.
Yeah, female doctor knows the human body, just what we like. Let me just quickly check. If you go to here, check on the travel locations, Abandoned Valley. So Simple Temple does come next before Sunken Valley. So I would say maybe it's intended to go here first, which means you will acquire Mortal Blade. But here Mortal Blade, they thought was to save immortality. They don't know it has another purpose. So yeah, so I guess it's okay.
There is
Does
something
make sense.
I'd like to ask.
Yes, what is it?
Can the divine heir be made to bleed?
Why would you seek to do so?
The blood of the divine heir is required to obtain the dragon tears from the divine realm and achieve immortal severance.
Oh, I see. It is true that the divine heir's blood cannot be shed by normal means. However, you currently possess the means to do so.
The mortal blade.
Yes, here you are.
It's not obvious, right? A Mortal Blade, the blade can kill undying and silver immortality. Of course you can make him bleed. You don't need Sherlock Holmes to figure that out. Part of the book of immortal severance left behind by Takuro, and why would Emma be holding on to this without giving it to Lord Kuro? With Mortal Blade in hand, my blood may be shed. With my blood, the aroma will be complete, the divine realm will be enriched. Immortal severance will be at hand. I must ask Tomoe to assist with the beheading. Yeah, that kind of disturbing.
This was written by Lord Takeru?
It was. With the mortal blade, you may wound the divine heir, and his blood will be allowed to flow.
I see. This brings us one step closer to immortal severance. I shall tell my lord.
Of course. The mortal blade.
Yes, I shall tell.
Of course. Goodbye.
You're in such close proximity, why don't you just go and, have a chat together? Have to be a message boy.
Wolf, did you speak with Lady Emma?
She was just outside the room.
Did.
And what did she
And you
say?
can't hear what she
That it
said?
could be possible with the mortal blade.
I see. So the mortal blade will allow my blood to flow.
As you wish.
Shall we give it a try?
The mortal blade was never meant to be drawn.
The wise people make
There
it.
is no knowing how it will affect you. Burning the incense may help protect you from such harm.
Yes. If you insist, then that is what we shall do.
It's a cool thing to say. The mortal blade was never meant to be drawn. But it makes you wonder, why craft such a blade if it was never meant to be drawn?
I see you keep up the good work.
Okay, now just have the stone and then the sakura
Will you,
tree.
Wolf?
My lord.
Of course, with no clue onward about the Sakura branch, maybe there's only one place we can go, which is to seek for the stone. It's gonna make sure there's no more eavesdropping available. Guess not. It's not in the right spot. Okay, never mind. Alright, this is gonna be probably a shorter episode because we're just here to kill the Guardian Snake. But with that, it will conclude our current episode of Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Actually, you know what? Let's just quickly get some rice from the Divine Heir. The Divine Child. I'm pretty sure by now she will be able to make some more. Now that we killed the boss, we pretty much progress in the story, so they should triggered her.
Shinobi, you are. I apologize.
What?
The rice is not. I shall give you. Farewell. May the heart.
Okay, this is really puzzling. Let me just make sure I did give that rice to the old lady. Oh, I see. Maybe this is the problem. They have fine snow. Chose silvery rice from the palm donation. Gradually recover vitality over time. Slightly more so than regular rice. Yeah, I got this from the previous playthrough, so maybe the game still sees this as rice. But it does say I can hold 3. Which would make no sense if it doesn't give me more if I already have one. Sweet rice bowl. I wonder, I'm not sure if I should eat them to, force her to give me more rice. Or it's really just that I haven't played enough for her to give me more rice. In any rate, I think I'm gonna... Let's quickly check. Oh yes, unlike the other games, I can't stash these items away. I can use it, but I can't stash them away. I don't want to use them because I don't really need it. But these shouldn't be counted as rice because they are technically not rice, they're sweet rice bowl. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave it at that, and I will come back after we play a bit more to see if the Divine Child is willing to give us more rice. If not, if they still refuse to, then maybe at some point I do need to eat those, fine snow and the rice bowl in my inventory. Then maybe that does prevent her from giving me more rice. But anyway, with that, we'll conclude this episode of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, 100% walkthrough on New Game Plus. So we'll pretty much just kill the Guardian Ape in this episode, and then we got the flower, and then we pretty much concluded the Sunken Valley part of the story. And the next episode we're going to be make our way to the depths of Ashina, right? The hidden village that they were talking about, to get the final ingredient we need to progress the story, which is the stone. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you do, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitch, where I'll be streaming various games almost daily. And thanks for watching. Good luck on your gameplay, and I'll see you next time. Maple Ginger out.